I remember my dad, he said, you have 3 strikes against you in this world. Every black man has 2, that they're just black and they're male. But you're black and you're a male and you're gay. You're gonna have a hard fucking time. So he said, if you're gonna do this, you're gonna have to be stronger than you ever imagined.
Paris is Burning. Directed by Jenny Livingston in 1990, is a documentary film that offers an intimate and immersive look into the ball culture of New York City in the late 1980s. It is a testament to the flamboyant, inclusive, and transcendence of balls and voguing as a queer subculture. It follows legendary voguers, drag queens, and transgender women, including Willie Ninja,
You know, you have to have something to offer in order to lead. The mother usually becomes the mother because she's usually the best one out of the group.
Pepe La Beja,
No, you have to make room for Peppa La Beja. Peppa La Beja. Peppa La Beja. Give her some walking music.
Liz Taylor is famous.
Peppa La Beja.
So is Pepper LaBeija.
Peppa La Beja.
Dorian Corey,
In a sense, so am I. But at very much different quantity. No magazine's gonna run up to cover me if I go to a premiere.
and Venus Extravaganza.
Say that we're sick, we're crazy, and some of them think that we are the most gorgeous, special things on earth.
At its core, the documentary is a human chronicle of overcoming adversity, focusing on the strength and resilience of Black and Latinx queer, trans, and gender non-conforming people in the 1980s. The film's focus on the experiences of African American and Latinx members of the LGBTQ+ community who participated in the ball culture is what makes it a participatory documentary. At its core, participatory documentary seeks to democratize the documentary process by empowering its subjects to take an active role in the creation of the film. Paris is Burning utilizes this approach by giving the performers in the ball culture a voice and agency in the film's creation. The film's participatory approach is evident in several ways, such as the filmmakers' close collaboration with the performers, the way the performers are interviewed and filmed, and the way the film portrays the ball culture as a community with its own set of rules, norms, and values. In this short video, we will be discussing how the film employs such strategies to empower its subjects and create a more authentic and nuanced portrayal of the ball culture. One of the most significant participatory strategies employed by Paris is Burning is the filmmakers' collaboration with the performers in the ball culture. Livingston spent 7 years researching and filming the ball scene and built relationships with the performers. In this time, she not only fought hard to receive the funding for the film that the African American and Latinx members of the LGBTQ+ community deserve, but she also fought for their voices in the face of rejection from society.
Some of the political people, although I got a lot of arts funding from the NEA and the New York State Council on the Arts and the Paul Robeson Fund, etc., a lot of the political funders were scared away too, because gay funders would say, we don't want to be shown as black drag queens, and and a few people of color I talked to, although the executive producer is a black person, were like, we don't want to be shown as gay, this is the part of our community we don't want to talk about. So it was a very difficult, slow process getting the money.
She collaborated with them to shape the narrative and aesthetic of the film, involving them at every stage of the documentary process, from the concept to the final edit. This collaboration allowed the performers to have a say in how their stories were told, while still embodying the vision of the director. Another participatory strategy employed in Paris is Burning is the way the performers are interviewed and filmed. The performers are not just subjects of the documentary, they are active participants who shape the narrative through their stories and perspectives. The interviews are structured as conversations rather than interrogations, which allows the performers to express themselves freely and authentically.
You look at all these models on the wall. Every one of them are gorgeous. Every one of them are beautiful. But every one of them have their own look. This is my idol, Paulina. Someday I hope to be up there with her. If that could be me, I think I would be the happiest person in the world, just knowing that I can compare to Paulina, to stand next to her and to take pictures with her. I want to live a normal, happy life, whether it's being married and adopting children, whether it's being famous and rich.
I want to be a complete woman, and I want to be a professional model behind cameras in a high fashion world.
The filmmakers also use close-up shots of the performers' faces and bodies, which gives the audience an intimate look into their lives and experiences.
The film's portrayal of the ball culture as a community with its own rules, norms, and values is another example of participatory strategy. The ball culture is showcased as a space where individuals can express themselves freely, a refuge from the everyday struggles of the gay and transgender community. The ball culture becomes a way for people to be accepted and even celebrated for who they are. Most importantly, they find their worth in the ball culture.
Had a chin implant and breast implant.
Yes, tell them like it is.
The most important factor in my life that has been completed recently is that I've had a transsexualism operation. That means I've had a sex change. I'm no longer a man. I am a woman. I feel great. I'm very happy. And I feel like the part of my life that was a secret is now closed. I can close the closet door. There are no more skeletons in there. And I'm as free as the wind that's blowing out on this beach.
The sense of community transcends the physical spaces where the balls are held. It is found innately within the people. It is not uncommon for members of the gay and transgender community to lose or to be disowned by their families at such a young age for not adhering to heteronormative actions and beliefs. Queer and misplaced individuals alike, despite having radically diverse backgrounds, find a home in the ballroom culture. They are taken in or adopted by house mothers, which can be seen in the film with the likes of Pepper LaBeija, Willie Ninja, and Angie Extravaganza. The cross-section of personal perspectives shown in the documentary provides the backbone of the film. Each person highlighted in the film has a common denominator of experiencing marginalization in a dominantly rich and white America. The film perfectly captures the sense of belonging and camaraderie that exists within the ball culture and outside as an interracial queer, transgender, and gender non-conforming folk look out for one another in a time of discrimination and oppression against the community. The biggest message which the film brings to light is the concept of intersectionality. Individuals have different aspects of their existence that may or may not coexist together. An individual can be rich and white, they can be a woman of color, or they can be a gay man. In the film's case, most of the film's subjects were discriminated against due to the existence of their compounding status as lower class, queer, people of color. The film became a beacon of light for queer expression as well as the recognition of the struggles gay and transgender people have had to face. Most importantly, the film is a powerful proclamation that queer and transgender lives matter, just as much now as it did then. In conclusion, Paris is Burning is a participatory documentary that employs a range of strategies to empower its subjects and create a more authentic and nuanced portrayal of the ball culture. The filmmakers' interaction with the performers, the way the performers are interviewed and filmed, and the film's portrayal of the ball culture as a community are all examples of how the documentary innately gives voice to the voiceless. The film is an early testament to intersectionality, the discrimination against the minority based on race, gender, sexual identity, age, and class. The film is an important work of art that offers an intimate and immersive look into a subculture that has been marginalized and underrepresented in mainstream culture.
Black stars were stigmatized. Nobody wanted to look like Lena Horne. Everybody wanted to look like Marilyn Monroe.